Housing costs are the number one driver of need, and most of the folks who come to Fish spend over 75% of their income on housing, which means they have very little left for anything else. There's over 3,000 households in Broomfield who are cost burdened with their housing and are at risk of homelessness. As I say that, I can also tell you that the number of people who are actually unhoused and experiencing homelessness rose to just under 300 last year. People are doubled and tripled up in housing. So a house that was meant to have 5 or 6 people might have 15 people. People are living in cars. People are camping. Those are families, those are children, those are seniors. Those are anyone in our community who could be at risk for that. For a lot of the folks who are coming to Fish who are struggling to make their budget, to make their income meet all of the needs that they have financially, it just takes one car repair, one sprained ankle, one sick child, one job layoff in order for them to be thrown into a downward spiral of need. And that puts them at risk for facing hunger and homelessness, and that's what Fish is here to help with.
Housing need right now, it is a pretty big topic that we in Broomfield with other housing partners and at Fish, we're really looking and following as things change. Right, I think definitely housing affects health in so many different ways, not just with stressors, but also just all around. Like housing can just impact your everyday, and when a family doesn't necessarily have secure housing or maybe is worried about being able to pay the rent the next month, then we're really not looking at things that maybe the family really enjoys. I think definitely if you don't have your basic needs met, then it's really hard to think about other things that are part of families, like being able to enjoy a weekend when housing is such a huge worry for families. Keeping families housed, it is a longer term program, and what we really look at is helping families not necessarily with self-efficacy, but self-reliance. And our goal really is that at the end of the program, families have the tools within themselves to maybe, if there is a similar situation, to be able to get out of that situation, maybe with less stress and less financial burden. Keeping Seniors Housed is also a longer term program, and what we help with that is helping seniors stay in their housing by subsidizing some of the rent. If families are in our longer term programs, then it really builds a space and almost like safety net for them to really think about, okay, if I am receiving maybe assistance for a few months, and I can think about the future, or maybe see how, if I had to pay this rent, like what I can use it with now. We do a lot of referrals to making sure, again, it's not just a rental assistance issue or question, it's about having other supports that you may benefit from in the future. Something we've definitely received feedback on, especially after families graduate from the program, is that not just do they have some just breathing room in general, but also we appreciate when families feel just more confident and part of their community.